Welcome to Reolink. The IP camera address is the identifier of your security camera on the network and can be quite handy for things like remote access. So, how to find your IP camera address and use it to set up the remote viewing? This video will guide you on it step by step. Very easy to follow. Just stay tuned. To get your PoE, wire-free, or Wi-Fi camera IP address, you have 3 ways to go. Check the IP information on the Reolink app, on the Reolink client, or the router configuration page. No need of IP camera address finder tool. Checking the IP camera address on the Reolink app is quite simple. Launch the Reolink app, and then enter the settings page of your device. Tap the device card on the top of the page to enter the device info page. Tap Network Info, and you can see the IP address on this page. You are also recommended to get the IP on the client. Launch the Reolink client, and then enter the settings page of your camera. Click Network Settings, and you can get the IP address under Network Information. You can also opt to find the camera IP on the router configuration interface. First, log into the router on the web browser by entering its gateway address. On the router interface, you'll see all the devices connected to the router and their IP addresses. Then you can find the one you need according to the device name. Now let's see how to remotely access your camera using the IP address via a web browser. Please note that Reolink battery-powered cameras don't support remote access via the IP address. You need to take the following 4 steps after getting your camera IP address. Check the port numbers of your camera. Set up the port forwarding rules using the port numbers. Get the WAN IP address of your router. And lastly, enter the network URL address in the web browser. For the first step, you need to check 2 port numbers, the HTTP port number and the RTMP port number on the client. Enter the settings page of your camera. Go to Network Settings, then click Advanced on the bottom of the page. Click Setup under Port Settings, and you'll see the port information you want. One thing you have to pay attention to is that if you have multiple devices to remotely access, you need to change the ports to different numbers. Numbers from 1 to 65,535 will be fine. Next, you've got to set up the port forwarding rules. So, log into your router on the web browser. On the NAT forwarding page, add 2 virtual server entries with your camera IP, HTTP port, and RTMP port. Another piece of information you have to obtain is your router's WAN IP address, also called the external IP address. You can find it also on the router's interface. Now, let's move to the final step. Enter the network URL address in the web browser. The network URL consists of your WAN IP address and HTTP port. Enter the URL in the address bar, and that's it. Now you can see the live view outside home via the IP address. This is all for how to get your IP camera address and remotely access the camera on the web browser using the IP address. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates.